2011 flood. Oh,
Just Lindsay.
it's over 100-year high water mark.
I don't couldn't find them. It's all the sense.
You have anything up there?
I do have one new pony coming probably later this week.
Okay, it's 11 o'clock. We'll get started with our regular public meeting, July 22nd. See, do we have a public comment before we get started? Any comments? Hang online. Then we'll move to commissioner update. Yes, commissioner update. I was out of the office all week, so I checked email from the phone and they haven't talked to that. About it for me.
Had the quarterly GNDC meeting last week, or this week I should say. Attended that via Zoom. Everything seemed to be financial reports on that, so they're in good shape. Aside from that, keeping track of the emails, been in and out of the office, but keeping the ball rolling, staying on top of things, email, phone calls, and just business as usual for me.
As for me, we did Brockton Water on Mondays. We tested out good. And then after that, I went to Philadelphia for a National Association of Counties convention. We had some meetings on the introductory stuff on what's going on with NACO policy making stuff, and then got signed up for the Rural Energy Academy, which I think is going to help us in the future. It's a new program that NACO is going to be putting on, helping energy counties with issues with oil activities and energy production. And NACO is huge on solar and wind. So we're trying to make sure they know that we need base load energy with coal and gas. And sometimes they're having trouble listening to that because they just want coal and wind, but they don't realize when it's 20 below that your turbines are producing about 10%. So we need base load power. I also met with new incoming president of NACO. Had a good talk with him. He's from gas country, so he's related to our oil, gas, and coal stuff. And I think it's just a good meeting because I'll become the incoming president of Montana Association of Counties, so it was a good meeting to attend. And we saw lots of Philadelphia. There's a lot of history in that town, so it's kind of neat.
It smelled real good,
It
right?
was a dirty town. Oh, it smelled like peat. It does, what a dirty town. And yeah, the beggars and street people were all over. I mean, if you walk around, they come right with you and start off with all stuff. I mean, they're very aggressive. Just
Too bad.
and they're all dirty and disgusting. Other than that, it's good.
Question. What did, along the lines of this energy development or whatever, are you hearing anything from the fertilizer construction of the fertilizer processing plant?
Haven't heard a word.
So it's kind of
It's not dead. It's not going anywhere right now. That's
not dead, it's just in a coma.
waiting for my purgatory. Yeah. So those projects, you work on lots of them, and a lot of them don't work out. But
Right.
still got to work on them. Any questions or comments? No minutes. We'll move on to administrative issues. Motion to accept Laura Christopherson as a retention for the county attorney help for civil matters.
All that motion for discussion.
Second? Second. You want to maybe tell us what you would always use Laura for your civil matters?
Yeah, so Doug, this is more direct at you because I spoke to him last week about it. So long story short, this is mainly just retaining Laura for specialized civil matters, not expecting to use her very often, maybe only 3-4 times a year. And the way I think of it is like when you go to a doctor, a general practitioner, if you have a more serious ailment, they refer you to a specialist. And Laura has a long expertise in dealing with more complex civil matters. So simple civil matters, no issue handling those, but for some of the civil matters that have come up or might come up, I would like to have Laura just kind of on retainer so and send it her way, and she has expertise dealing with some of these more complex matters. That's all. I'm not really expecting to use it that often. It would just be 3-4 times a year for weird one-off issues. That's it.
Has this happened before?
Yeah, we've used various attorneys for help.
I mean, has Laura before? Or
I would use Laura, but I don't think we've ever had a formal agreement.
Okay,
I know Frank would sometimes approach her,
Yeah. In the past, we've used various people.
which I will throw out, Bill. It's a common thing across all states for a county attorney is sometimes short of being like Billings or Missoula, Helena, where they have whole civil departments within their county attorney's office. Also, it's not uncommon for smaller rural counties to kind of contract out more complex issues sometimes. Just because another thing is a lot of people don't realize this. Just because you have attorney in your name doesn't mean you know how to do anything and everything. If you have a criminal matter, you don't go to a family law attorney and vice versa. Attorneys specialize in different things, and Laura has a lot of expertise in dealing with some more complex civil issues.
Questions?
Here's a couple of things that come up that just, and this goes back a couple of years ago. She would fill in on a county attorney position for a conflict of interest. So do you see that being an issue on anything, any conflict of interest where she's the city attorney for Culbertson, Bainville, Freud? Is that ever going to be an issue?
I don't foresee that being an issue, but if it is an issue, it could be addressed. And at that point, either I could take that on myself or potentially, she has Emily, her daughter. Maybe she wouldn't be in conflict, wouldn't have an issue. If it isn't just Laura herself, it's for her law firm, which Emily, her daughter's included. So if Laura has a conflict, it could always go to her daughter within the law firm. Granted, if daughter has a conflict, well, we're striking out 2 for 2 there, but we would address that at that point.
I guess and the other thing when there was that road issue that come up not too long ago, and I can't remember how that went. Was that against Roosevelt County or where there was a right of way issue? I know, remember that? Just a few months ago, it was with Zimmerman. I guess I just look at it. I just want to make perfectly clear that we're not going to have a conflict. I guess that's why I brought that up. Where she's had some doings, been a seasoned attorney around here.
I don't foresee her being in conflicts, but there is, she would definitely bring it up. I mean, she would be able to do it then at that point. But for what currently are dealing with, mainly like the mosquito district, there is no conflict. So if it comes up, it can be addressed, but I don't foresee there being any issues.
The other part of it is you know, their dollar amounts are on the back page.
Yes.
And I guess it's tough. This is an open-ended agreement. I don't have a problem putting her on a retainer, but they're just trying to figure out how you budget for something like that. I mean, we just had a bid opening for gravel crush. I mean, it's job by job. It's tough to know how many hours you put into it. Primarily this civil work will be stuff that the commissioner's office is throwing at you. Is that where we're kind of at on that aspect of it?
For the main gist of it, yes. For civil issues, yes, mainly coming from commissioner's office. If a major civil issue like county being sued, that's when we do refer it to MACO.
Yeah.
This is more for smaller civil issues, like the mosquito district thing.
And you know, I get that. I guess I wouldn't have a problem putting her on retainer as a job. For me, as a job by job, so we know budgetarily wise, it $400 an hour over a year, 100 hours. I know you don't have a deputy in there, so you're saving your office quite a chunk of money on that. Maybe I'm nitpicking on it, but I know we've got a couple other things coming down the pike. It was just for me to have, okay, we're gonna have Laura and her firm help us out or take care of the mosquito thing. And then if we got another one coming up, she's on retainer on a job by job basis as things get thrown. I think for budgetarily issues, it's better with me, but just my opinion from this side of things.
And that's fair enough. And I will say, just so you guys all do know, it was probably a month and a half ago. I did speak to Lindsay when Lindsay was still there. It's within the county attorney budget. And then like you brought up, Robert, too, as of right now, may change in the future. I will put a big disclaimer. As of right now, the office doesn't warrant a deputy. We just don't have the caseload. So in the long term, just subcontracting out some of the smaller things like little civil issues is a lot cheaper than potentially hiring on even a part-time deputy where we have county benefits, even making half a normal deputy salary. This would be a lot cheaper in the long run compared to even a part-time deputy. That's kind of why I approached Laura about this. I just thought from a cost-saving benefit for the county, it'd be cheaper to contract her. And this is all purely hypothetical right now, but say it even costs 24 grand a year for Laura. That's purely a hypothetical number. It's still cheaper to do that than to bring on a part-time deputy at 60 grand a year, plus county benefits and everything else. So that's just kind of where I'm at. I thought long-term, this would be a better option for the county for the few issues that do come up per year.
Well, and you're taking advantage of her expertise in a lot of these civil matters, which I wholeheartedly understand. You know, and if you can put your weight to that, I know Richland County, they have their own civil attorney that handles kind of more or less the civil issues, you know, some of those things like that. But I guess for me, having her on retainer, I don't have a problem with that. I guess on a job by job basis, if there's some way we could work that in there to where if it's something that we as the commissioners are throwing at you, the mosquito district or something else to where we're utilizing the retainer on this project or that project. I guess is the thing. But maybe I'm putting conditions for something that doesn't need conditions to it. And I know MCA code, it's in the MCA code multiple different directions that county attorney can reach out for extra help or contracted, blah, blah, blah. So it's all in the MCA codes.
Yeah.
You know, so this is, as you said, this is not an odd thing. Maybe it's me wanting to put first strings on it, but
We have the budget is on, the budget is there.
yeah, the budget will handle it. It's just, you know, you start going into major at 400 to 300 to 175 an hour, which are attorney fees. Anyway, I'll shut up.
Any other comments, questions? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion passes. We set our salaries from July 1, so we need to pass resolution 2026-1.
I'll make a motion.
Second. Okay, this resolution sets the clerk and recorders, the clerk of district court, county treasurer and assessor, county sheriff, commissioners, and just the police salaries. Questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Right, motion passes. Motion pass resolution 2026-2.
I'll make a motion. Sorry.
Second. Okay, this sets the salaries for the attorney. Questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Motion to accept the replacement for an air conditioning unit for the witness site on the TV district for approximately $7,000.
I'll make the motion.
Second. This comes out of the TV district budget. They have that in their budget to pay for. Generated by the TV district funds. Special comments, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Passes. Motion to accept, motion to request a speed study from the Montana Department of Transportation for speed studies to be done between the dollar store and the first roundabout.
I'll make that motion.
Second. This was kind of a request from the Montana Department of Transportation because they've seen some accident issues around the roundabout and the dollar store coming in. There's a lot more traffic out there. And the 45 and 35 there are right on top of each other, but we'll see what the speed study does and see if we can make that corridor a little safe. Any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
I
Motion passes. We'll have to do a letter on that. Sam, if you've got something, I'll help you with it. Motion to accept, investment in pledges securities from Betty for June.
I'll make the motion.
All right. Motion to comments. In favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Motion to appoint Lori Evans to the library board.
Make motion.
Second. Discussion and comments. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you for doing that. And we motion to accept the letter of support for NSFLCP on the Highway 13 from West Street to Wolf Point to Stoughton.
Make motion.
Second. This is again, it comes from the Montana Department of Transportation. Tribes is gonna get some money to help a project for 7.1 miles on Highway 13 between Wolf Point and the city. And so they'll get some extra funds to do that.
I think this is gonna connect from that, up there at McDonald's corner on Highway 13. What they're gonna handle, I don't know if it's quite all the way to the reservation line, but it's gonna help continue on rebuilding that stretch of Highway 13 up there.
17-20-33 to 17-20-40, so it's at 7 miles.
Just out of curiosity, since that stretch I've been working on for the past year and a half.
Up 13, they got
A lot
that.
done of it.
I think this is the last section of
Yeah, I think so. I think it's the last.
Final thing or is
In
the.
Roosevelt County.
Pretty done. Oh,
Still connect that new stretch out of Daniels to that last nasty.
yeah.
And it's great that the tribes are able to. We'll get on board with Montana Department of Transportation, try to get this finished up, so secure some funding.
Just the tribes are paying how much?
Well, it's just it's a national significant federal lands and tribal project. And be applied. They get the
Okay.
grant and then they give it to Montana Department of Transportation. It doesn't have anything to do with the county. It's just, well, it's within the county, so we want to show support.
When you say 7.1 million, what was that for?
7.1 miles.
7.1
Oh,
miles,
okay.
7.1 miles of, but it's probably about $7 million. It's pretty much $1 million. A lot of that stuff. They never send me on to the grant.
Have they got design on the project yet?
It's just trying to secure funding for it. If they can come up with a grant or funding for it, then it'll get kicked over to. Then it'll put it on the fast track if the money's available, then they can hopefully put it up.
Reconstruction of this key segment of Montana Highway 13 to strengthen our region transportation network. Any further questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Motion to appoint Gary McDonald to the tax appeal board.
I'll make a motion.
Thanks. Discussion or comment? Are you still on
Is he replacing me?
No,
that? He's adding to you. We need 3 of them. I think we have 2 now. So now you have a friend.
Gary'd be a good one to work.
Questions, comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Thank you for that. So motion to accept claims for the amount of $171,519.06.
I'll make a motion.
Second, discussion, comment. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Yeah, motion passes. Pay raises for Maestro Martinez.
Make a motion.
Second. Sheriff's Department, he goes from 85 to 86%.
He just graduated the academy, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
He did a couple weeks ago.
Questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. On pay raise for Angela Cole.
Make a motion.
Second. This is also from the Sheriff's Department, the 86%. Did she also just pass the thing?
Yes.
Yeah, questions, comments, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Another additional business. Opposed, make motion. Second, opposed.
Yeah, or not.